Girls, I am headed to my last and final swim class. Yes, she has done it. By the time y'all are seeing this, I have completed all my classes, and yeah, I'm just so proud of myself. I've learned how to backstroke, how to freestyle, how to float. I've jumped into 13 feet water twice. I learned how to hold my breath underwater without holding my nose. I mean, hey, why do you cancel my ride? See, I'm glad that's what I'm calling now. Anywho, yeah, so much has been done in such a short period of time. And I'm really, really grateful and happy, truly. Like, what a cool experience it's been, you know, learning how to swim at this time in my life. I think it's so awesome. I am ready to finish this out. I can't believe they catch you. This is why I don't be liking to use Uber, because Uber is too, honestly, both of them be doing this shit. But what is going on? Now it's gonna take 5 minutes for them to connect me to a driver. It's because they were offering a discount. Them drivers must be like, bitch, y'all offered her a discount. We didn't. What else is going on? Oh my God, yesterday's edit was a doozy. That was a long ass day because I had to do too much over editing since I realized that that shit was in slow motion. That was really annoying, but I got it handled. I went and got me something to eat outside the house today, which was lovely. I have to take my plant to get repotted. I have 2 plants that need to be repotted, honestly. So, but one of them I'm gonna take back to the plant place that I bought it from and have them repotted. The other one, I might do myself. We'll see. Plants are kind of, they can be an expensive habit to have because some of them require some maintenance. You know, not mine, but I know other people, like when you have like monstera plants and like certain tree plants that like require a certain type of soil and like watering system and habitat, all that type of shit, like But one of my plants, one of my favorite plants, she does not look so great. I've seen her look better. Some of her like older leaves have died out, but it's just because the thing is too small. I know that's why. So I'm gonna have to take care of that. Yo, even though this hat is just sitting on top of my head, it's still giving me a headache. 3 minutes away, I'm gonna head down and I will see you girls when I get back. Hello ladies. Went to my swim class, completed it, killed it. They also offered for me to come back and like do more classes for free, so cute. Okay, let's go through what I got at the grocery store. And also the nigga that was trying to talk to me at the grocery store. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Kennedy and I make good decisions. This is a oven roasted chicken. I was this close to getting the fried chicken. Why? Because yeah, bitch, that's why. You know, if I gotta choose between, I'm gonna choose the fried. But I went ahead and got that. And I'm gonna use it to like cut up and put in my kale salads. I'm just trying to do better with being able to make myself quick meals. Remember when I told y'all that last week that a lot of the reason why I will go without eating just comes from laziness because I gotta prepare everything. This is gonna help alleviate some of that. It's like, I already made chicken. Okay, cool. I will buy that until it starts to gross me out. Also, oh no, Kenny, you got the wrong Drizzlicious. You got the wrong one. You got the, I went and bought the one y'all said. We gonna talk after I take a bite. Okay, so boom. I see this guy on the phone. I'm in the produce area. He's in another aisle, but he can see over, he's tall. He can see over the produce thing, so he's like this. I was moving, so like I verbally said hi, but I was moving, so he didn't see me say hi, but I'm sure he heard me. And then I see him like cut the corner, and he was like, and now I'm like, I said hey, and I started looking through the thing, and he's cute. I'm hoping that like, it won't just be a hey, and that he will come over and like, you know, say something more. And he does. And so he gets to, you know, he brings up, oh, I see you got the Drizzlicious in here. You know, he had his bag of Drizzlicious, like, cute little combo. And then he was like, well, I don't want to hold you up. Let me get your number. And I was like, well, I'm not going to give you my number, but can I get your Instagram? Don't give your number out. Because I'm not giving my number out unless I, like, know I want to. And something was just like, I don't know, there's just something where I was just like, no. And so I was like, let me get your Instagram. He was like, I mean, I don't be posting on there, but I love how niggas never on Instagram all of a sudden when it comes time for you to turn down their phone number. Now all of a sudden, you know, you don't give your phone number to them and you ask for the Instagram. I'm not even on there. Like, I barely even use the thing. Like, what's the app called again? Bitch, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Stop. I said, yeah, sure. What's the Instagram name? I was like, you know, I'm really curious, like, why you feel that way? Because he was really like, I mean, I'm not on there, but all right, making all them faces, like, legit. And so I was like, well, tell me how you feel. Like, what is it about getting the Instagram? He was like, I mean, I'm not on there. So, I mean, like, going to grab my phone. First of all, you won't be putting your nothing in my phone. I'll do the typing. Give me the name, bitch. But I didn't do all that, you know what I mean? Instead, you know, I tried to hear him out, but what he was saying about why he thought it was weird, it was just like, okay, that's not valid. You're not even really saying that for real. You just, whatever. I'll be the judge of that. I'll see if you on there or not. And so I told him, I was like, well, the reason why I like it is because I feel like it just tells me a little bit more about who you are. I think some people will receive that as like, I'm looking at how they dress and da-da-da. I'm not talking about clothing. I'm talking about like, I need to see if you follow 7,513 people and you only have 200 followers. Like, it'll tell me that type of shit. Like, I need to see that. And so I go to his page and I see we have mutual friends. And then I'm like, oh, I know this nigga. He's really close friends with a close friend of mine, a close guy friend of mine. And so I was like, okay, I've seen you a few times. He's like, okay, I know I wasn't tripping right. And so I was like, so why haven't you ever tried to speak to me before? And he was just like, I mean, where have I seen you? Because of the mutual friends, I know he's seen me a lot. So it's just like, you are a party boy and you be drunk a lot. And so the times that I've seen him, I don't even think he remembers, you know what I'm saying? Like, who he's even talking to. But then also, he knows who I was. Anyway, so then, you know, as we're figuring out, he was like, let me see who we're mutual friends with. And he like looks at my phone and he's like, oh, okay, you know, so. He's like, wait, how you know them? Like, he trying to see if I fuck one of these niggas. No. And so then he was like, okay, well, did you follow me yet? And I was like, no, not yet. He was like, the fuck? Like, he kept saying that. And it wasn't said in like a joking, light way. It was said in a serious, like, fuck. And I'm sorry, but I don't like guys like that. I don't like, I am a soft, delicate rose, okay? Do not talk to me like nothing. Like, and the thing about it is, y'all, I am no longer in the business of teaching a nigga how to treat me. Class is no longer in session. I am retired. You either know how to do it or you don't. And the instant I see that you don't, we won't. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there is no extra conversation that we need to have. Nothing. Making sure it's not on slow-mo. I wouldn't even be able to tell, bitch. But yeah, so that was basically that. Like, all the fuck. And then, okay, one of the things I got was peanut butter and jelly. I've been having a craving for peanut butter and jelly. And it's just a quick go-to, like, something for me to eat. I don't want to go too crazy on the bread, though, because I want to keep my waistline slim. Periante. He saw the peanut butter and jelly, my thing. He was like, you so childish with the peanut butter and jelly. I'm all like, what should be for the peanut butter and jelly? Like, what did the peanut butter or the jelly already do you? And he was like, I haven't had peanut butter and jelly since I was a little girl. Huh? Oh, shoot. You messed up. You didn't mean to say that. He was like, what the fuck? The fuck? It was too many the fucks for me. I was just like, just go on, girl. Have a good night. Yeah. And it's like, the fuck could be because he's a little younger. But also, a lot of these niggas don't know how to talk to women. And they don't care to learn. Even if another woman has told them, like, don't do this or don't do that, they don't take heed to that. They really, really don't. Ooh, let's take a bite. Is this okay? I wanted them, like, eat everything off the chicken, girl. Like, I damn near be eating up the bone. You lied on me! You lied on me! Trying it. This is the one. Kennedy, you gotta get birthday cake. You gotta get that. This is the... It'll do. Yeah, it'll do. I can get through with this one. I'm just having a moment, appreciating my hair that I air dried today, by the way. Appreciating my hair because we will be cutting it in a few days. And I still haven't quite decided on what the cut is going to look like. I know what I like in my mind I want it to look like. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just talking. No, in my mind, I know what I want to happen. What I want to happen is my hair still is long and even, but when I straighten it, I have body. Like, that's what I want to happen. I don't know how to achieve that look. We're going to see though. We're gonna see. But like, she could cut the back. Let me show the back. The back can be cut, like these curls back here are looser. So it just makes this back area look thin. Because the hair that's at like the nape of my neck, those curls are very loose. Very loose and elongated. Oops. So the longer my hair gets, the more like prominent that looks, and I don't like that. So we can cut some of the length off so then it's more like even together. I think what I want is like blunt all the way around, and then we could start layering, maybe do just like 2 sets of layers in the back and like all around the perimeter, and then do another set of layering right in the front, just a little bit to kind of frame the face. And that be it. So my curly hair is probably gonna come up to, I don't know if I want it to be off the shoulders, like that short. Maybe just like right at the shoulder. Yeah, more like right at the shoulder. Okay, so for bed, I'm just gonna do 3 big twists just to keep my hair from rubbing up against each other too crazy and tangling. I did have to wash my hair today because I went swimming. And then I'm gonna be getting my hair done in 2 days. It is what it is. I wasn't gonna not wash my hair after swimming. But yeah, just a semi-loose twist like this. Boom. And then one back here. And then like the back sometimes be looking extra crazy to me because the crown of my hair, like this area, those curls are where my tightest curls are, and they sit right on top of the loosest curls on my head. So it's really just like a crazy contrast. And the longer my hair gets, the more like you can tell the difference. It just looks uneven, even though my hair actually isn't uneven. Like it just looks like not something I love. Okay, I look like, what's that animal that has like the horns on the side? Good grief, a gazelle. Okay, so tomorrow is my play day. I will be doing no social media. I'm gonna try to. No social media scrolling. If I wanna post, I can post, obviously. But no social media scrolling, just straight enjoying the day, whatever that means. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start with my routine, stretching, and then I'm gonna take me a lovely walk, but not a walk that's like gonna take me out, you know? Like I don't need to do a 20,000 step walk. I'm gonna just do a little, you know, just a little like a cute walk, you know? Just something cute. That's it. Okay, I'll see you girls then. Bye. Grand Rising Queens. Oh my gosh, what if I started to turn into that? Like, whew, y'all, just call the doctor if that start happening. Somebody done got control of my head. Okay, I'm taking the twist out from last night. And it's always scary. It's always a toss-up because sometimes those twists create a whole nother look. It's like, no, I just wanted to preserve the wash and go. I'm not looking for a twist out. Now, there is a little manipulation that happens. Like, it kind of stretches it out a little bit just because it's twisted up. But it's not that bad. I need the perfect, like, product for, okay, you know, the in-between refreshing moments between when you style and the next time you want to put water on your hair. I don't want to put water on my hair right now. That would just require too much. Let's give ourselves an actual part. Remember when I said that one of the other things I said I'm gonna start doing just to like see if that changes things is upping the water, you know? It's changing things on my scalp. It's like drinking more water. That should help too. Here's another thing. My skin has been doing so well. Don't want to jinx it, but like it's been looking so great. It's the best it's ever looked that I feel like I'm eating right and I'm drinking enough water because my skin looks so good. My skin is very reactive to the things that I'm consuming, and I have been eating some bullshit over the last few days, so we'll see if we like keep this up, you know. And then also like when your cycle comes, like all that stuff affects my skin just like everybody else. But man, lately my skin has just looked so good, like no real blemishes for real. Like my blemishes are all fading, and I will show y'all every single product that I'm using. I should make an updated skincare video. Sometimes this shit be a little too dark. That's good enough. I have a doctor's appointment today. Yep, I'll be doing that. That's like later in the afternoon. Before my doctor's appointment, I just want to get a nice day in. Have we scrolled a little bit? Well, yes, a little bit, not a lot. Okay, get off my back. Okay, cool. Let's eat a little something before we leave out of here.
To give a fuck is just the word.
What I do as a wife
Is Cecil to help you? Yes, we don't agree with this.
Are y'all gonna buy a ticket?
About that, what?
Whatever exactly saying. It was very intentional.
Irritates any type of insecurities that they may have.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
And
Very much so.
Can I speak?
Calm down, please.
The only reason
Princess's voice gets on my nerves.
I got involved. We were
Fly's
at a
voice,
deadline.
like
My
Mickey
wife said,
Mouse.
I'm going.
I know that makes you insecure. I know that makes you feel less than. But you don't single.
First of all, Steve and his wife, Dr. Mimi, just because somebody works in the mental health profession doesn't mean, because the way Dr. Mimi has now made herself believe that Toya is jealous of her because she likes her husband is a little cuckoo to me. Dr. Mimi is a little, she gets on my nerves. So I can see how she would get on somebody's nerves who actually, you know, is in the same room with her. She gets on my nerves. She has a very, like, she just got a personality that I wouldn't be attracted to. Oh, hold on, show this back on.
You're insecure.
We've got a toasted brioche sesame bun with, I made some slaw. It's like honey with rice vinegar, some sesame oil, salt, pepper, sweet onions, and that chicken. Yum. Here's to eating more food. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh wow.
Never gonna. So you might as well put.
Girls, I have been out for a few hours, hit just under 7,000 steps, and I was contemplating going back out, but remember when I said I wasn't gonna walk myself to death? I think I'm gonna keep it inside today, but let me tell you what happened. Because honestly, I was just gonna go out for a little light walk and then go to my doctor's appointment. So while I'm on the light part of my walk, I receive a phone call from the doctor's office. Hey, I'm looking for Miss Kennedy speaking. Yeah, it looks like you booked an appointment, but you booked the appointment wrong. And let's stop right there. We're gonna go ahead and stop right there. What do you mean by I booked the appointment wrong? So I'm already like alerted. And so it's like, look like you booked the appointment wrong. You booked an appointment for 4:30, but the doctor will be leaving today at 3 o'clock. If I was able to book the appointment at 4:30, that means somebody had something on your site wrong. Not I booked it wrong, number one. Number two, I'm sorry. Since the day that I made the appointment, which was weeks ago, because I made the appointment weeks ago, I have received a text message every single day with a reminder of my doctor's appointment. Not just text messages, but emails reminding me of my doctor's appointment, the date and the time. So every single day since making my appointment, which was weeks ago, y'all been sending me these reminders, and nobody flagged that there was somebody that was gonna be coming in at this time, but that time wasn't actually a time that y'all had available. And then I'm like, at what stage in the game would a doctor in the middle of the week not be at the office at 4 o'clock? You just wanna go home because it's nice outside. That's what I'm starting to think. It's nice outside and y'all wanna clock out. So I'm like, okay. So he was like, can you come in at 3 o'clock? I said, yeah, I can come, but also I was like, am I gonna be able to see a doctor today? Because I wanna see a doctor so then they can give me a rec, so then I can see a specialist. Hold on. What, girl? Anyway, So, boom. The long story short of it all is, I said, okay, I'm gonna come. Oh, no, this is what happened. I was like, okay, well, I'm still gonna see a doctor today, right? He was like, no, you're just gonna see a nurse practitioner since it's just an injection. It ain't just an injection. I'm not just coming in for the vaccination. I also was coming in to speak with a doctor because I need them to give me a rec so I can go see a specialist about the stomach cramp that I told y'all about. And so he was like, oh yeah, we're not gonna have a doctor in here. I thought you said the doctor was gonna be here till 3. Yeah, no, we not gonna be able to have you see a doctor today. We don't have a doctor that's available. Hey! So then I'm like, okay, now I'm getting irritated because I made the appointment. He was like, yeah, but you know, the way that you made the appointment, let me stop you right there because you said that earlier that I made the appointment wrong. I said, I didn't make this appointment myself. I called y'all directly and I spoke with whoever works there and they made the appointment for me after they got all of my information and they knew what I was coming in for. He was like, oh, well, you know, that was actually the call center, so you weren't talking with us. No, I was talking with y'all. The call center is the center that represents what the fuck y'all got going on in y'all building. You don't get to detach yourself from what the call center says. I know that's what people like to do, but no. This is supposed to be a representation of what the fuck y'all got going. They supposed to know everything that's going on in that building so then they can properly communicate that to the people who are coming. Ain't no, we can't, it's not a separate entity, girl. Please. So I was like, no. They took all this information. They asked all this information. They got all this information from me and they told me I could come in at this time. So then I had to get all that because I was like, listen, I'm frustrated. This ain't got nothing to do with you. And you got to soften the blow sometimes because people start getting, you know, defensive and irritated with you because you're frustrated, which you have every right to be frustrated. But sometimes you got to let them know my frustration isn't with you, it's with the situation. And so I was letting him know that, like, listen, I know you're just the messenger in this moment, but I am very frustrated at the fact that I have received communication via text message and email damn near every single day. And today, hours before my appointment, somebody's calling me and telling me that my whole appointment is completely different from what I booked. That's irritating. And so he was like, yeah, I get it. And that was it. Like, there was no, like, I get it. Let me try to do this. There was no try to do nothing. There was nothing that could be done. So I was like, okay, fine. Well, I'm about to be there. I walked. It was a 30-minute walk. Do I mind that? No, because I was going to be walking anyway. But I walked. But before I got off the phone with Buddy, I asked him, where do I go when I get in there? He told me where to go. I get in there. I go to where he told me to go. I walk in, I have to check in, sit down. I'm sat down for about 5 minutes and I see the desk open up where there's actual like receptionists. So I walk over to them. I'm like, hey, can you check and see like that everything is straight with my coming in? Because he was like, if you come now, then we could let somebody see you right now. And when I had walked into that waiting room, it looked like the DMV. There were a whole bunch of people in seats. I'm like, let me make sure that they will know that, you know, that I'm here and that they gonna call me back there ASAP because I'm not sitting here all day. And so I went to the reception office. I'm telling her she can't find my name. So then she was like, oh, baby, go and check across the hall. I think that's where you're supposed to be at. So I go across the hall. That's where I'm supposed to be at. Old boy is sitting at the desk. As soon as I walk up, I was like, hey, he was like, I said, I don't know if I talked to you on the phone. He was like, yeah, Miss Johnson. I said, why are you looking scared? And they all started laughing because he must have told them what I was saying on the phone. And also, I like that. Like, yes, let's keep it light in this motherfucker because I'm actually pissed off, okay? So, boom. Checks me in. He was like, okay, give me a second. He goes to the back. I'm sitting for about 15, 20 minutes. I see him come back out. He sit down, probably trying to gather himself before he has to tell me what he's about to tell me. I walk up to the desk after he calls out Miss Johnson. I walk up there. He was like, when was your original appointment? Like, when did you first get your vaccination? So I have to log into Quest Diagnostics to see this information. I log in, I see it. I tell him the date. He was like, you can't even get the shot today. You're too early. Guys, I said, I'm sorry, what? He was like, yeah, you have to wait a complete 4 weeks before you can get the next test. I said, oh girl, I'm getting mad for real now. Because when I was making the appointment, I had brought that up to the lady, okay? And she had said like, no, you'll be fine. You're within the time period where you can get it done, get your second shot. So, irritating. I said, let me just go in the bushes and weep, okay? In the words of Miss Van Zandt, let me just go in the bushes and weep because this is not making sense anymore. Now I'm just irritated because why isn't anybody prepared? Why isn't anybody communicating this shit before niggas walk 30 minutes to y'all? Like, why? Why did it take weeks? You know what I'm saying? Why did it take the day of the appointment for you to even communicate anything to me, period, about my shit? Bruh, anyways, But guess what they wasn't afraid to do? Call me and ask about the insurance. They made sure to do that. They called me last week about that. Called me twice. Making sure that money could be spent. Money was getting paid. They was going to get their bread. They made sure that was taken care of. Motherfuckers didn't make sure that I was actually going to be able to get what I was supposed to get. I would imagine that if somebody's coming in for a vaccination and it requires a certain time in between their original vaccination, that y'all would ask that information and have it cross-checked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be something that y'all ask ahead of time. You feel me? Like, anyway, he said I couldn't get the shot today. I said, you know what? I'm out of here. He's like, I could rebook you another. Girl, I ain't rebook. I'm never coming up in here. You will crumble, okay? I am never going back in there. First of all, I don't even like hospitals. Like, it really does feel very DMV, very like, you know, post office to me. Like, I just hate the vibe of it. And yeah, the energy is just like wrong. Like, I don't want to be here. And so I'd rather go to a smaller location and a more intimate experience. Like, I don't want to deal with all this. So I'm probably going to end up just going back to where I went to the first time, which is really annoying because it's out the way. But I'm going to have to do what I have to do, child. So I walked all the way back home. And I literally, sorry, my little, you know, the little bra inserts that are inside the sports bra? It's all folded up. There we go. Originally, when I walked back and got home, I was going to just go right back out. But I think I'll just stay inside and do some laundry, do some closet work, basically. Maybe I should just stay in. Because if I walk, I'm just going to walk someplace to spend some money, to be honest. Maybe I'll just go through my closet and do my necessary cleaning. But man, I'm irritated because I could have been doing something else today. I had other plans that I could have did today. A video that I want to make, I could have been doing that today. Literally, it would have been the perfect day for that. Perfect day of the week to do that. And tomorrow is the hair appointment. And so it's just like, I'm not. And then after that, I got plans. Whew, I'm so irritated. I gotta tell you something. For real. It's a beautiful day nonetheless. But let me sit my pretty brown round down and roll my eyes. Nothing like a good old complaining session, am I right? But anyway, these sweet potatoes were the superstar of my meals this week. Obsessed. You're going to see them a lot in my meals this week. All right, I'm going to run this dishwasher. Tonight, I'm doing sweet potatoes. This cabbage slaw I've been making, that's so good. Cabbage slaw. I feel like I said it funny. And just some ground beef. See how it tastes, like a bowl. Yo-yoski. No, seriously, so good. I'll add the recipe to the description box for you. No, but I'm on the phone. I'm just telling my friend about something I want to write about. Not like a Substack situation, but like, you know how people have been doing, like putting words on their pictures in like a carousel. But basically, I want to write about my disdain and annoyance for that question that you get when people meet you or you're talking about relationships and they ask like, why are you single? Or people have a hard time understanding like why a man hasn't locked you down. And I understand why they're doing that. I get it. And it's complimentary. It's meant to be complimentary. But my thing is just that my life, although sometimes I've caught myself getting wrapped up in it, shouldn't be revolving around being chosen by a man. Being chosen or not chosen by a man. And the reason it shouldn't is because when I think about my life has never been about niggas. I have literally taken risks. I have gone after my dreams. I've achieved my dreams. I've set goals. I've accomplished my goals. I've unlearned a lot of toxic behavior. I've healed a lot of childhood trauma. I'm consistent in the way that I take care of myself. Like, these are all things to be proud of that should be acknowledged before my relationship status is acknowledged. But because I think people are so like wrapped up in this idea of like what life is supposed to look like, especially when you get a certain age. I'm in my 30s. And I'm at that age now where that's everyone's question. Marriage, kids, like, do you want them? Where are they? Why don't you have them? And I think our generation, a lot of women are having to ask themselves that question of just like, what does my future look like in regards to those things? Because unfortunately, there aren't a lot of men that we want to seek those types of futures with. You know, this is not even just like a me thing. There are so many women experiencing the exact same thing that's one of the things that kind of like brings me peace and makes it feel less like I'm the problem or like there's something wrong with me. I know more single women than I do women in relationships. And even the ones in relationships, respectfully, it wasn't an easy road. And love isn't easy. And relationships can bring on their own challenges. And I understand that. But there are some challenges I don't think should exist in love, you know? Yeah, sometimes I see things and hear things that I'm just like, oof. I don't know if I can sit through that for as long as, you know, someone else, you know? Maybe if someone caught me in my mid-20s, maybe I would be a little bit more open and patient to sit through some bullshit. But at this stage in the game, with all that I've done for myself, I don't really have the desire to like sit through any bullshit. No humiliation rituals. I'm too aware to let that shit happen. And even as I say that, I should probably humble the way that I speak, because I just caught myself in a situation where I was dealing with somebody I know wasn't no good and got emotionally involved with them, knowing good and goddamn well I shouldn't have. You know? It could happen to the best of us. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. The moon looks crazy right now. It's beautiful. I have to take a picture. Hold on. Yo, the next time you can, go outside and show gratitude to the moon. I love the moon so much. Like, especially when it's looking all full and beautiful like that. The moon is so unique and spiritual to me because it's there even when we can't see it. You know what I mean? It's there in the daytime. It's there at nighttime. It shines a light when it gets dark. It provides light and guidance when you're in the dark. It's so beautiful to me, and it just, I feel so, it's just like a tangible, like a visible, like spiritual creation to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it really symbolizes a lot of things to me. I love it down, girl. That's one thing about me. I'm one of them like, the moon girls. Love the moon. But yeah, you know, I think dating is hard for me because, and this is really what my little op-ed is going to be about. I think I just have more self-respect than what this dating era can handle, period. Listen, getting chosen by a man is so easy. I'm gonna minimize myself to the act of being chosen by a man. Bitch, I moved to New York when I was 23 years old, chasing a dream. Got up there, was broke as a motherfucking joke. $0 to my name. Like nothing. And walked away from that bitch 6 figures in my account. Like you can't talk to me about something as simple as a nigga saying I want you over what I have already done for myself. It would be so nice to find partnership and love and feel respected and honored by the person who I'm with. But that is not my sole purpose. That is not what I came on earth to do. I came on here to love life, experience life, learn from it, grow, be a good friend. But all that other shit, bitch, please. Whenever I meet a guy, I'm always just like, what are you gonna want me to minimize about myself in order for you to thrive? What am I gonna have to put on the back burner? What version of respect am I gonna have to rework in order to exist in this relationship? Because it happens in every relationship I know. And that's gonna be really hard for me to do for a man. And I know that having self-respect is the problem, because when I think about how every talking stage ended or how every dating situation ended up coming to an end, it is always after I make it very clear that respect is not an option. You know what I'm saying? It's a requirement. As soon as that conversation happens, and it never happens like that where I'm like, respect me. It's always something to me that's a very simple ask, or a simple, like, I'm trying to get you to understand where I'm coming from, of why this is hurtful or why this feels disrespectful. Like, that'll make a nigga just be like, see ya. Like, they ain't got time to understand what respecting you looks like. They are unwilling to put in the effort, you know? It reminds me of that conversation between James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni. And I thought I was gonna forget her name, but where he's talking about how he can't come home and do for her like he's done all day. He's tired. He doesn't want to feel like he has to come home and smile and talk to you. And Nikki Giovanni says, you have to. You have to. If you sat and did that for that white man all day, why can't and why wouldn't you come home and do it for me, the woman who supports you, the woman who loves you, the woman who's committed herself to you, who gives her body up to you? How could you not come home and give me that? That's the least you can do if you did it for them all day. And that conversation reminds me of my exchange with niggas where like, they will sit up and perform and do all this and all da 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 da. And you watch them do it for their homies. Like, they will show up for their homeboys. They don't want to ever have their homeboy feel slighted. They gonna, you know, do this, that, and the third. Like, respect is up here for the men in their life. And then when it comes to the women that they're dating, there's this expectation for us to just let things slide. Let it roll off our back. Just let it be this, like, you know, cut them some slack, like, all the time. And it's just like, no. I expect the same amount of respect that you expect from your niggas and everybody around you and the people who work for you and all that. I expect that in this motherfucker too. Like, why do you think you can switch it up here? You know? Even like, in what world do you think I would be okay with being treated as an option? You know? The mere idea of a man thinking that he can tell me, like, I want to date you, but I also want to date other people is psychotic to me. It's psychotic. Like, because it's always coming from a nigga who should be grateful that they're talking to me. Period. Like, I don't give a fuck how that sounds. That's real. So it's just like, you are, did you hear my neck crack? You are out of your mind. Like, you out of control right now. This don't even make sense. It's just, I don't know. The gumption that they have is something else. Okay, let's see. Just making sure those are still nice and warm. Let's start on the slaw. I'm gonna show you how to make this slaw. Let me bring you over here. Yes, I need to stop using this pan, but whatever. This is what we're using. I got this shredded green cabbage. I'm pretty sure from Trader Joe's. Surprisingly, it doesn't have like anything that says Trader Joe's on it, but I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. Anywho, so I'm gonna take this. I just put some olive oil on the pan. Put a good amount of the slaw because I want a lot. And it's really quick to make, so even if you just put enough for like your one serving, you can quickly make another. It takes literally 5 minutes to make. Heat's on like medium. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more cooking oil in there. Take a little, like a pinch of Himalayan salt, good pinch. Grounded black pepper. Do ground it because crack sometimes can be a little too spicy for the dog. Just those two, just salt and pepper for seasoning. Now I'm gonna add in this rice vinegar. I got this from Trader Joe's. I do as much as my heart feels like I need for this amount of cabbage. Add a little bit of sesame seed oil. This is toasted sesame seed oil. Y'all know I like to use this for like Brussels sprouts and shit. Okay. And I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit before adding in my honey. I do like half a teaspoon of honey. But yeah, I'm gonna let the cabbage just soften up a little bit before adding that in. I don't cook the cabbage down too crazy because I like the cabbage to be crunchy. Like, you gotta find a perfect balance of crunch and soft. Now I'll add in the honey. Like, that's good enough. And this is just honey from, this might be from Trader Joe's. It might be from Whole Foods. You know what else doesn't help? This like idea that anybody asking for you to be inconvenienced in any way, like that automatically means that they're in the wrong, or like you gotta remove this person out your life. Another problem is just like, but yeah, there's this like unwillingness to be inconvenienced in any way. Like, nobody understands that, like, that's life. Like, that can happen, you know. Your friend might need you at an inconveniencing time. Your person who you're dealing with might call you at an inconveniencing time. They might want to talk about something you don't feel like talking about in that moment. The way to handle that is not to completely remove them out of your life, cut them out, or resent them. It's to communicate that you don't have this bandwidth to have that conversation at that time. But to not have any interest ever in having that conversation, to me, it doesn't highlight that they're a problem, that they're bringing this situation to you. It highlights that you have a problem talking. Like, that communication is a problem for you. You don't want to communicate. You don't want to have to be in a situation where you have to communicate. And that's not realistic. And this is why niggas be single until they're in their 60s. Because they think that this shit's supposed to be easy. They had to work for their jobs. They had to work for whatever positions they're in. They had to work for their hairlines. They had to work for their bodies, for them to keep their bodies. And a lot of those times, they don't work on any of that shit. So they're doing jobs they don't give a fuck about, that they're not passionate about or love. They have hairlines that no longer exist. Their bodies have changed. And now here you go, also not making it easy for them either. How dare you? How dare you come into this motherfucker and not make it just easy for them? They you know, that's what they're looking for. Easy, low-hanging fruit, a low lid. Why would you expect a human being, especially a complex, beautiful, independent queen, to be easy? None of the shit that you really want is easy. If it is, it's not some shit you should have, you know? It's easy for me to run to the store and get me them brown butter cookies. It's gonna be harder for me to cook for myself and eat something that's nutritious and healthy. You feel me? It's like, yes, that's gonna be delicious, some cookies. But is it the best thing for me? No. Anyway.
Okay, number one, I know this looks good as fuck, and it was. I added some feta to the sweet potato. Delicious. I know I was just doing a lot of talking, but I think ultimately what I was saying was there's going to have to be some form of revolution where we understand that once you get to your 30s, the expectation shouldn't be marriage and kids, but instead personal evolution in mind, body, and spirit.
This girl on Threads, she had posted about making these sweet potatoes. And so I made them how she made them, but I added brown sugar to it. Mine are not that crispy though. I guess I gotta stay in a little longer. Not bad, but it's not crispy. This is great though. And I am eating the skin, by the way, for the potato. Okay, see ya. Good morning, girls. Day of my hair appointment. Kind of got a late start. I need to leave here in like an hour and a half and start heading to Mo. I'm gonna take my laptop with me too because I'm gonna work in the car. I need to start editing. I do not want another edit day like these last 2 edit days. Oh my gosh, they wear me out. I can't even do it. I refuse to do it actually. Loving the chicken like this. This is so helpful. Like, I'm hungry and I need to eat something and I was like, I'll make a chicken sandwich. Like, it's just that simple. I like that. Like, that's what I like. I tell you, I'm getting this chicken clean. Like, I'm getting all the meat off this bad boy. Love animals, but I don't think I could ever be a vegetarian. Let me not say I don't think I could ever be a vegetarian. I could. I'm not like a carnivore, straight carnivore. But I don't know. I feel like my body needs meat, you know? Ooh, oh my goodness. I'm looking in the body of this chicken. Whoa, stuff like that don't make you want to stop eating meat. Cause goddamn, I'm looking at this nigga's spine. Ooh-wee. Just look away. Just focus on what I need. Golly. Yeah, and it's like, when did I buy this? I think this is the 3rd day, and it'll be the final day. Like, after today, I won't have any more of this. I feel like that's a good amount of time. I wouldn't want to have it for more than 3 days, honestly. So, it's taking everything in me to not eat some of these pieces cold, because I'm very hungry. I'm one of those, like, I can eat food cold. I don't know what that's called. That might just be called greedy. But, yeah, I can def do that. I'm just pouring a little avocado oil on it so then it doesn't get dry. Question, would there be a reason why somebody's husband or the father of their kids who they live with and they're in a committed relationship with, why he would need to be on my page, liking my stories? Like, that happens far too often and it's actually really, really depressing because it's just like, hey, this isn't right. And I feel like they do that shit because somewhere, somebody is entertaining their foolishness, you know, or somebody has in the past. And so they always trying to see who's gonna be their next victim. Not I. I'ma tell. You move one more inch in this direction, and I'm telling. What the fuck are you doing? And what else do I want on this sandwich? Oh, that's what I had on there yesterday. Slaw. It's fine, it's just gonna be a little sandwich. Maybe I should eat this too. Do one thing at a time. I always go so back and forth about what I want to wear to a hair appointment because it's like, I want to be comfortable and I don't have plans today. But also after I get my hair done, I want to look cute. You know, like I want to walk out looking cute. I hate when my hair is done and I look just like a mess. Also, I'm sorry, why does half my loaf have a hole in it? Like,
I can literally see through this. Half the loaf is like that. I want a little bit of my money back, I'm not gonna lie. That's me. Oh, I will be taking these, the cinnamon swirl bites, with this receipt and returning it. Because the only reason why this didn't get returned is because I couldn't find the receipt. Now that I bought these, I will be returning them with this receipt. I don't care if you think it's wrong. I don't give a damn. I bought it. Yo. Okay. I'm gonna leave here in like 20 minutes. So, I don't know if I already said, but the look I'm going for with my hair is like, I want layers, and I want a good amount of layers, but I want them to be very close together. Like, really, really close together. Densely packed layers, and I want a lot of them. Ooh, let me look in the mirror. Okay, that's good enough. What else? Oh, I need to close this up. Let me show you. Okay, so this is what I'm wearing. These overalls are actually my grandmother's overalls. And then this is just like a little Zara bralette. I think I was wearing this while I was making my breakfast. And I'm just wearing my Gucci loafers, Mifflin hat, and that's it. I'll see you girls when I come back and get my hair done. Wish me luck! Guys, I'm home. Hair is giving presidential. So as you can see, we are layered up. This works, but this wasn't really, it's like, you know, when you picture something, not exactly what I pictured. Also, it's been hours since I got my hair done, so now it's like all the curls have fallen. But that's really what I'm gonna have to perfect is the styling. But yeah, you see it's cut like it was down here. So maybe even a little bit longer than that. So we cut a lot off. Cut a lot off. So what I have her do was just like blunt in the back, and then in the front did some like rounded layers in the front. The front pieces are definitely shorter than I want. Like I don't want the front pieces this short. So we'll see how it looks when everything's curly. So yeah, it's like I don't hate it, but I'm also not like, this is exactly what I wanted. It's not. I didn't go in there with like a clear way of describing what it was that I wanted, and all of my inspo pictures weren't even really what I wanted either. It was just like they kinda were giving like what I was interested in. Like there would be something about it that was, you know, what I was looking for. So it's kind of hard to try and get someone to see your vision if you don't have, you know, the words to express it properly, or even the images to give them as a reference. Okay, just did my nighttime routine, and now I'm about to put some rollers in my hair to sleep in, so then tomorrow I can have a voluminous look. Okay, so first of all, Mo gave me 2 heat tools. So this is something I'll use like when my hair is blown out. This is actually a blow dryer that is made into a brush, so I can do like cute little flippy situations, which will be really cute with this length. Really grateful for that. That's brand spanking new. Then she gave me this barrel heat tool. This one isn't new. I could tell it's used because like this is sticky. I need to wipe this off. I hate this feeling. And I could just, you know, you can see it's used. Anyway, so this, she was telling me tonight on like a low heat setting, I should curl my hair and then put a roller in and sleep with a roller in. My thing is, I've got these rollers, right? Like plastic rollers. I don't feel like that's holding shit. Like I feel like I need something with combs in it. So I have these Velcro rollers, but I never use them because I feel like this shit pulls your hair out. Like, let me see. Yeah, like, I don't like that. I don't like that. And so I was trying to explain to her one of these old school rollers that have the teeth on them, right? Like the plastic ones that look like this. But this is too small of a roller. Like this is gonna give me a really tight curl. I don't want a tight curl. I want a big loose curl. So what do we do? I don't damn know. I really don't know. I guess we'll just have to use one of these because I'm not gonna do the Velcro roller. I do not like how that feels. So let's just do this. Which one's bigger? Are these the same size? Yeah. All right, so we'll just use
these. Let's turn this thing on. I really am in like a fearless place when it comes to heat, just because I feel like heat damage comes from the overuse of heat, things being too hot, like the wrong tools and the wrong technique. Wait, what does prior mean? Does that mean after or before? Before. Like now I'm reading my shit to make sure that, okay, yeah, that's barely hot. Reading to make sure I'm using shit right after fucking up with the sacred shit. Okay, so one of the tips she shared was that however big my section is, it should not be any bigger in width than the actual roller. You feel me? So like, yeah. Let me just a little bit more. Make sure. The permanent part is killing me. Ooh. And straight hair is really annoying when you're wearing lip gloss and shit. Oh, that's what I was gonna do, is practice. Hold on, cause I don't even know how to use a curling iron. So LOL. Hold on. Let's practice that. Let's practice first. Yeah. I don't know how to use a curling iron. I've actually never used one. Like a barrel, like a proper straightening iron. Never. Shoot. Now I gotta wait for this to cool. Just do it, Kennedy. You can do it. I feel like I saw her go like this on the top. See? Ow. But see, how do you keep all the hair in there? It's all wide. I'm doing it. Wait, do I want this curled this way? I think it's supposed to be the other way. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something else. Through with it. Turn it back on. I think this supposed to be going facing that way. That's fine. I'll do the next one the opposite way. Cause I do want it to be like fun and wispy like that. Yeah, like this is hard to get on the roller. When your hair is not wet, because there's nothing to grasp onto it. Hey guys, I'm gonna need everybody to work right now, okay? Seriously, work with me, work with me. I do think this is supposed to be the opposite direction. And guys. She was saying that sleeping in the rollers will really help me to, like, you know, have a real curl that like stays. I get too scared to keep it there. I keep picturing this one video I saw a long time ago days of this little girl straightening her hair and the hair just burnt off. It burnt right off. I said, oh, I don't like leaving a hot tool on my hair for longer than a second, girl. Just off the string. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm really not gonna be able to do this. Like, I'm just not. It's starting to give. Just do this little roller thing, like curl it in the morning, right? No, let's talk about this. I think I'm gonna have to just, that's a cute little curl though. Curl it in the morning, pin it down, spray hairspray, right? Sacred hairspray, right? And that's it. Like, that's it. And then do my makeup, because I can't do this. This, I can't do. Should I leave this in? Just the one? What do I do with the rest of my hair? Why am I acting like I've never had my hair straight before? It's just that like brand new like hair situation, that's all. It's like, wait, what did I, like this is a brand new head of hair. Like can't wait to see what it looks like curly. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I loved how that curled out though, right? Which way did I curl that? I curled it front ways. Okay, that was cute. I think I'm gonna take this out and wrap it. Or nah, maybe nah. Maybe I'll just, guys, what the fuck do I do right now to preserve a little bit of this? Just put it at the top of my head. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Cause sometimes wrapping it makes my hair kind of oily. And like, if I sweat, like my hair is all like up on each other and it just like makes my head really hot. I'm gonna take this out. Ooh, that's gonna be cute. That is gonna be cute. That's gonna be cute. That's gonna be cute. No, that's gonna be cute. That's gonna be cute. No, like, okay. Just using a little silk scrunchie. Hold on. Damn, I said I was going to go live tomorrow and get ready, but I wanted to do like a really cute ass reveal. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Nora took my boots that she made to just do like some finishing touches on them, but I'm wearing them tomorrow and I'm meeting her where we gonna meet at. So basically I'm not gonna be able to like take full body pictures at home in my full outfit. Kind of annoying. I'm wearing the boots. I don't know about that part. She's just gonna bring the boots with her, but it just means I'm not gonna get any pictures with the boots on in my house while the sun is up, which I really want, but it's okay. I just have to take pics at the 40. Okay, good night, girls. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, some pieces in the babe. Okay, bye.
And this is me on the wake up. This is what my hair looked like when I took it down from the scrunchy bun, but I did not keep it like this. Let's do this hair.
All right, so I'm gonna just get in the shower and then I'll come and get ready. I planned on getting ready on live today. Why did I get banned on live? Again, talking about Real Housewives. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at that. Like, girl wasn't even talking about nothing for real. They have to get me. All right, BRB. But yeah, this is great. I'm gonna take some pictures. Girls, I'm back home. Look at my outfit. Very cute. This is what she wore. Little Calvin Klein bag that I got from a thrift store years ago. This top, oh, it's coming apart. Hold on. The top is an old Zara top that I got actually as a cover up, but I never wore it. So I popped the tags off of it and yeah. Got it years ago, like 2020 type years ago, I think. These shorts I got from a consignment shop. There's some Alice and Olivia shorts. And these are the Zari boots that my homegirl made, period. I was getting compliments all night on my boots. So yeah, she's cute, cute outfit. We've got something to talk about though. Let me grab a seat. Underneath me. Too good. Oh my God. Avocado. I put sour cream on top of the ground beef. Cucumbers with some lime. Sweet potato with feta on top. Sometimes these Sometimes these glasses feel really harsh when I don't have makeup on. Should I put on a different pair of glasses? Yeah. Let me look in the mirror, hold on. We'll leave it alone. I'm wearing all black, it's cute. Okay, I'm wearing this Aritzia bodysuit, which opens up perfectly at the bottom. Like, it's the perfect length and width, like, I love it. I bought it on sale. I don't buy anything full price at Aritzia. I think I did that once, maybe twice. Aritzia smoking dick. The prices that they have in their store, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, what are we doing, girl? So, yeah, sale only. This from Amazon, and this is from Dagny Dober. Always gotta keep a little pouch on me. Oh, I need to put some cash in here. Girls, I'm going to a little farmer's market to see if I can buy me some eggs. Y'all know that's my new thing. Like, let me try and find some eggs at the market. Okay, and that's it. And maybe for shoes, maybe I'll do these Nike Shox. Cute shoe, uncomfortable as fuck. Very uncomfortable to me. Like, I don't find this comfortable at all. I bought it as like another cute option for a walking shoe and also just like a leisurely like sneaker, but not that comfortable at all. Maybe I need to break them in though, because my Vomeros were like that. Okay, anything else? No. Oh, last night I came home really irritated. I told a story about a situation that happened last night. I think I'm going to come back after my walk and tell you all the story after taking a walk and like getting some fresh air, you know what I mean? Giving myself a new attitude, and then we can talk about what happened, because I might have been a little brash last night. So I'm gonna take that walk and then I'll see y'all when I get back. Hopefully there's some eggs left. Bye. Ladies and gents, the bag is secured. We did what we said we was gonna do. And mama got her eggs straight from the Fizzarn. And they was sitting out, you know, and he said these hatched yesterday, so they're super fresh. So I might make me a little egg sandwich today just to see. I want to see if they're super rich and yellow, because that's what I'm looking for. If they're not super like yellow and orange, I'm gonna shop with a different farmer, period. Okay, so the question is, ooh, let me see how bad my head sorted out, because I know yeah, I did some damage. Oh, well, okay, it's not horrible, but okay. So let me holla at you. And I feel like maybe I should put the microphone on for this. Like, I want to make sure I'm loud and clear. So, hold on. Let me grab my mic. Let me grab the mic. Oh yeah, baby. Hold on.
Wait, am I supposed to put these eggs in the refrigerator? Like, he didn't have them in the refrigerator. I'm gonna just do it. Ooh, let's look at the difference between a farm egg and their egg. Doesn't look that much different. This is, I normally don't like the light ones, but it came from the farm. You know what I mean? Okay, boom. Hold on, let me get this situated first. Ooh, they so thick, I can't even get them all in here. Wait a minute. These girls is thick. These came straight from the hen. These came straight from the hen, girl. Let's talk. Last night, me and my friends went out to enjoy outside life. And whilst we were enjoying outside life, I was approached by a man that I've met one time and discussed here on my channel. And he was upset that he was discussed. Let's talk about it. Let's take it back to February, all right? February, I decided to take a trip for my birthday. I met someone on the way to taking my trip. This gentleman asked for my number. I didn't give it. Instead, I asked for his number. Why? I had no plans on reaching out to him. Wasn't really that attracted, but I liked his energy. I liked that he was like, you know what I mean? He was making it clear that he wanted to, you know, take me out. So I took his number. You know, sometimes you could just shut some shit down, but I took his number. I also took his number because he had just done something really nice. He helped me out. He works in the service industry, let's say that, okay? And he provided some great service. So, you know, it was just like, I don't want to completely dub him. So I'll take his number. I took his number. I told my friends about the interaction. I didn't have his Instagram or anything like that. So I could only tell them, like, describe what I remembered vaguely. It was early in the morning. It was just like a lot going on. So it was like, you know, I don't even remember my damn self, bitch. But, you know, after my birthday came and went and we had a few conversations, there were some things that happened during my birthday that I've shared here with you all, you know, in my romantic life. I was just like, you know what? Send this nigga a text. Why not? You know what I mean? Let's just see. Sometimes the energy is all you need, right? The energy, just like, you know, being around somebody that wants to be around you and like is looking forward to like courting you. You know, that's attractive in itself. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna text him when I get back. I hit him when I got back and we had decided to go to dinner. And he asked me if I was free the day after Valentine's Day. I was. I happily obliged. He told me our dinner reservations were gonna be at a certain time. And then I think the day of the dinner, he had told me he was only able to get reservations, or maybe it was the day before, he was only able to get reservations at a time like 2 hours after that, okay? It was like, he told me he had made 7 p.m. reservations and then he told me that they only had 9 p.m. reservations. That's a big leap. And also, nigga, I don't fucking know you. I'm not going nowhere at 9 p.m., number one. Number two, I'm not eating food at 9 p.m. at a restaurant. Number three, right? So I said, they didn't have anything above 9 p.m.? No. I'm like, all right. Mind you, this is the story that I told you all weeks ago. So I'm just adding a little context for those who weren't here for that conversation. I took it upon myself while we were on the phone and he's telling me that he couldn't find any other reservations. I went and looked at the restaurant myself. They had reservations at 5, 6, 7, 8. Calm down, Kennedy, calm down. So I was like, I see plenty of reservations available. He was like, well, they didn't have that when I looked. They didn't have that when they got it now. Make it! Made the reservations. We went to dinner. Boom, bam. He gave me some flowers. He gave me chocolates. It's the day after Valentine's Day. So he did the Valentine's Day thing. Feel me? Cute. If you're interested in knowing how the dinner went, please go back and watch the vlog titled Ribbit. So, boom. Now the time difference between when I shared what happened during that date and when the date actually happened was 2 weeks. When I had come back from the date on the 15th of February, and this vlog was on Patreon exclusively, I had come back with the flowers and the chocolates, and all I really said was just that I was really appreciative and I thought it was so sweet, and I didn't feel a love connection, but that you don't really need to feel a love connection like every time. Sometimes, you know, just give yourself the opportunity to go on, you know, a little date and experience someone treating you well, see if there's something there, and if there's not, you know what I mean? Y'all could be friends, y'all can never talk again, whatever. This is one of those situations where we never talked again, okay? It wasn't I told him I don't want to speak to him again. He didn't tell me he didn't want to speak to me again. After our dinner date on the 15th, The next day, on the 16th, I text him thanking him again for the flowers and the chocolates, and he told me there was more where that came from. There was no more where that came from. Let's let the sirens pass. I never heard from him again, and he never heard from me again. Every time I would go on live, which you all know, I go on live like every other day, especially on TikTok and on the Patreon, the dolls would ask me for an update. You know, this was a big deal. You know, flowers, chocolates, like, Kennedy, you went on a date? Like, how'd it go? Because all I've been talking about is this roller coaster ride I had been on with this other nigga. So people wanted to know what happened with this situation. Where's it going? Do we like him? Do we love him? Like, what is it? Steadily asking. Well, after 2 weeks, of clearly, like, I knew I had no interest in him romantically, and he hadn't said anything to me. I was just like, yeah, I'm never gonna see him again. We're never gonna talk again. Cool. No harm, no foul. So I decided to share how our date went. Like, let me tell the girls how this went so they don't have to ask me anymore, right? And I did that in the vlog titled Ribbit. Fast forward to last night. Me and my girlfriends, we're out. We're having a good time, right? The party DJ said, everybody, we need y'all to move to this other side of the party. Go to the other side of the party. So we all moved to the other side of the party. As we're moving to the other side of the party, when we get to where we getting to, I see somebody and I'm like, he looks familiar to me, but I can't pinpoint where. Then I was like, oh, that's what's his name. Mind you, I forgot the nigga name. No funny. Forgot his name. I turned to my friend like, yo, that's the guy who I went on the date with after Valentine's Day. And she's like, where? And I point him out and I'm just like, but he's being so weird though, because I know he saw me just because of, like, let's say you're him and I walked in like this. Like, I know you saw me. You're looking dead in this direction. You definitely saw me without a doubt. And also, bitch, you know what I mean? I'm the type of bitch, you see me walking, you definitely gonna look, you know? So he definitely saw me. So I'm like, well, I wonder what his deal is. I know I don't, want to talk to him romantically, but what the fuck is his issue with me? You know what I mean? Like, I wonder why I never heard from him again. We had that little back and forth, we laughed about it, and then me and my friends decided to stand someplace else because we were kind of like, it was like a bottleneck situation. We were just trying to get out of where the flow of people were coming in. So we changed where we were standing. We stood someplace else. One of my other friends was like, okay, he definitely saw you because now he keeps looking over here. So he knows he saw you. I'm like, yeah, I know that he saw me. And that's so weird that he didn't speak or say anything. Like, I don't know what his deal is. But in that moment, we were just like, weirdo. Like, girl, this is why you can't go on dates with everybody. So boom, me and my friends decided to stand someplace else, right? Because it started getting busy where we were standing. They were setting up a table. They was doing giveaways over there. It was just like, let's stand someplace else. So we moved someplace else. Mind you, he's in the same place the entire time from my recollection. This is not even important. Just know, bitch, once I peep a nigga that is acting funny, bitch, head on a swivel. And I'm gonna know where you at all times, motherfucker. Hey! So, boom, now we standing at a new location. We standing back, I see the nigga in my peripheral passing. I'm like, this nigga really ain't gonna say nothing. Like, this is so weird. But then I hear, I think he said my name, Kennedy, let me talk to you. And so I turned around, I was like, hi. And I gave a little pat hug. He said, I saw your YouTube where you were talking about me. That wasn't cool, man. That wasn't cool. Look. First of all, fuck you mean you saw my YouTube? You saw my YouTube where I was talking about you? You couldn't possibly be talking about the YouTube where I was talking about you. The YouTube where I don't start talking about you until the 48-minute mark. Are you talking about that YouTube? How the hell did you see that? We'll get back to that in a second. Then, after he said that, I was like, oh, okay, well, you have my number. So, no, what did I say? Oh yeah, he was like, I saw what you said on YouTube. That wasn't cool. I thought that was corny. If you felt that way, you should have said something. I said, I don't think that it's corny. I think that I could feel however I feel. I think it's corny that you are watching my YouTube channel instead of contacting me. And if you felt the way about what you saw, you could have contacted me because you have my number instead of waiting to say something to me if you saw me in person on the random. He was like, no, I just think it's corny. I just think it's corny. Like, what, you get a kick out of this shit? You get a kick out of this shit? He was like, no, I just think it's corny. I just think it's corny. Like, what, you get a kick out of this shit? You get a kick out of this shit? So I was like, I think I just kind of laughed at that part. And he was like, let me guess, you're going to have more to talk about now that I said this. I said, y'all, yes. Will, you got that right, sucker. And he was like, it's just corny to me. It's just corny to me. And he walked off. Yeah, you go, girl. So let's go through this and let me explain why he made my point. What I discussed in the vlog titled Ribbit, this individual that I had agreed to go on a dinner date with had started to reveal himself throughout the date. What did he reveal? A few things. Let's go through them. Number one, there was a moment in the date where I asked where he was from because he has a heavy New York accent. He said, New York. I said, where? He said, Brooklyn. I said, where? He said, East Flatbush. I said, I lived in East Flatbush for 7 years. Well, let me tell you why that brings me pause. How we met, he recognized me from online. He walked up to me and said, President Kennedy. And from there, we had a brief little interaction. The point of that is that he recognized me from online. So when he revealed to me that he lived in East Flatbush, not only that he lived, but he's from East Flatbush, I said, oh, my alarm bells are ringing. And maybe this wouldn't happen for everybody, but for me, it's giving, okay, you've known me for a long time, because that's not a coincidence that we lived in the same neighborhood. Then I asked him what street he was on. This nigga was right around the corner. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little nervy now, right? There were some other things that he said and did throughout the day that just aren't my cup of tea. I shared that in the Ribbit vlog. When I eventually pried his Instagram handle out of his mouth, which is the reason why I had to pry it, and I don't know what this new wave is of niggas being like what I told y'all earlier with the other dude, that when I asked for the Instagram instead of giving my number or whatever, they'd be like, I mean, I'm not on there, but like, you're not on there, but like what? Bitch, hand over the Instagram. I asked for the Instagram for a reason, because I wanted to see if this was an individual who's messaged me before. So after our date was done, I went to the Instagram, I clicked message, and I saw he messaged me in 2015. Why is this a problem? Well, 2015 is when I moved to East Flatbush. 2015 is also 11 years ago. Now, I'm not gonna assume that this nigga has been on my page every day for the last 11 years, but I also can't assume that he has not been on my page for the last 11 years, because I don't know this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So boom. Soon as I saw the message, that to me was when I was like, all right, it was just a little bit, I don't know how cuckoo you are. And I said this in the Ribbit vlog. I don't know how twisted you might be about the dog. I don't know. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave this where it's at, because I don't know how familiar he is with me, and my not knowing that is scary. And my not knowing that is weird, because why wouldn't that be something that you would share with me at that dinner? Why wouldn't you say, hey, I've actually been following you for 11 years. And following doesn't mean you actually have to follow me, because he doesn't follow me, but you're familiar with me. So not revealing that to me, it brings worry to me, because it's just an uncomfortable situation. You don't ever want to be around somebody that knows way more about you than you know about them, and they're not telling you that. It feels manipulative, it feels sneaky, and it can be scary as a woman. Like, I don't know what's real, what's not. I don't know what information you've learned about me that you're telling me, and it's supposed to come off as this organic, like, chemistry and connection, but honestly, it's just you knowing this information about me and knowing that that's something that I like. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's real, what's fake. And I shouldn't have that type of hesitancy or questioning every interaction with a nigga. Like, it should just be organic. And that unfortunately was removed from the situation when there wasn't transparency in how long he has been familiar with me. So I decided to wipe my hands clean of the situation on February 16th, right? Like, after I text him, thank you for the flowers, okay? So 2 weeks later, when I uploaded my vlog and I shared how I felt about the date and how I felt about him, I spoke candidly about it, because that's what I do on my channel. And you know that, sweetheart. I'm sure you're watching right now. You know that because you watch my vlog. So you know that I speak candidly about my experiences, my interactions. You know this. And it's not like some weird, like I'm trying to call niggas out, put niggas on the spot, like have people guess who I'm talking about. I never, ever have disclosed a name. I don't describe niggas to a T. I don't say where niggas work at. I know where you work at. And you might want to be careful running up on women in public spaces acting fake way aggressive. Because I know your job wouldn't like that. So be careful with that. So, yeah. You know how it goes on the vlog. You one of the dolls. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know you was one of the dolls, but you're one of the dolls. You saw a clip of me talking about our dinner date 48 minutes into a vlog of mine. How is that possible? How is that possible? How was I sitting across from somebody who watches my vlogs in their entirety and they didn't even tell me? That's a bit odd, isn't it? I should be allowed to talk candidly about whatever I want. I don't owe you loyalty or, I don't know, like lock and key, like never discuss this interaction, but for what? I don't know you. I don't have a relationship with you. We met one time and then went to dinner one time. You kept asking if I felt a spark. I told you I didn't. I don't owe you the level of, I don't know, because it's not a lack of respect, because nigga, I don't know you. So there is no reason why you should expect me to be mum's the word about our date. For what? That wasn't something that we discussed, because discussing it would have revealed too much, right? It would have been you letting me know that you watch my stuff, but you didn't want to do that. So see how you get to withhold information so you can breed whatever results you want? See how you do things that you want to do, how you want to do them? That's how this goes in this motherfucker. I do things how I want to do them, when I want to do them. You don't run nothing around here, and you never will. Now that I'm done talking directly to you, ladies, hear me when I say all the extra shit I be doing to make sure like I feel safe and secure and, you know, yeah, bitch, that I feel safe. This is why. Because niggas can be scary and you don't know where they're gonna take it. I don't know where this nigga is gonna take it. And this is a learning lesson for me that I shouldn't go on any dates with anybody, okay? That I don't actually wanna go on a date with. Cause even seeing him again for the second time, it was the same thing. I said, ooh, girl, frog. I'm sorry, like Ribbit for real. I feel the same way, sweetie. Yeah, I feel the same way, frog. You look like a frog. And so it's just like, like, yeah, no. I created my YouTube channel for me to talk directly to the girls that see themselves in me, that relate to what the fuck I got going on, that are interested in hearing about my experiences, learning from them, seeing what they can pull from them, sharing things that I've learned along the way in life. That's what the fuck this YouTube channel is for. This is for the girls, and it's never not been for the girls. So when one of you Negroes catch yourself coming into this motherfucker watching and you hear yourself get whacked 1 or 2 times, 3, 4 times, be prepared for that. You have intruded into a space that you were not welcomed in. That's your problem. Be a man about it. Consider that. You know what a man would have done? A man wouldn't have been watching my vlog, first of all. And that's not to say there aren't men who enjoy my vlogs, but not niggas who catch themselves going on dates with me and acting like they don't even know that I even have a YouTube channel. A man would have been honest from the start. That's what a man would have done. If a man was upset at what I said about him on my vlog, if he happened to see it, he would contact me directly. He would be direct about it right then and there. You don't wait to see me at a function looking all cute with my friends who are also looking all cute to try to check me. Hey! Let me explain something to you, girlfriend. That's not how we get down. Even if you felt yourself wanting to come over and say something to me, you don't get to doing all that, so you get a kick out of this shit, huh? You get a kick out of it. Girl, who is you? Like, what do you think you're doing? I'm about to call security. You don't do that. You do not do that. That was not cool. Don't do that. I don't owe you anything. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. I'm allowed to not think that you're cute. I'm allowed to talk about the date. I'm allowed to talk about what I thought was weird about the date. I'm allowed to do that, believe it or not. I have that right. Was it favorable to you? No, I understand that. I understand how it may have hurt your feelings and hurt your ego. I get that. That I get. I'm not saying I don't get how you might be offended at me saying that you look like a frog. I understand that. You know? Like, yeah, sure. But I'm just here talking to the girls. On top of that, it's not like people know that I'm talking about you. You feel me? It's like you're revealing yourself unnecessarily. Oh, calm down. Calm down. Like, it's just not that deep. It's just not that deep. You made it deeper than it needed to be. We have not spoken about you since, nigga. Okay? Fun fact, you have not been discussed not one time because nobody gives a fuck. You're not the first nigga that I've discussed on this platform. Please know, I'm gonna do it again and again and again. Do you know how much I don't share on this bitch? Like, it's just, ooh, it's so annoying to me. But anyway, girl, yeah, that's what happened yesterday. It sure did. That's what happened yesterday. So that's why I keep my head on the swivel. You never know what's going on. You don't know what type of retaliation somebody's gonna have, even in this part, in this conversation. Like, after this, what's gonna happen? That's why I don't play. I can't say where I'm gonna be at. I don't say where I'm gonna be at. I don't say who I know. I don't say this. I don't say that, because niggas are cuckoo. That's why. You don't know who's watching. Motherfucker tell you in their face, oh, I've never seen your stuff. I don't know you. Whole time. So it's just like, yeah, you know, please. So anyway, listen. Ooh, did you hear that? I wish everyone well. If you're gonna be on my page watching stuff, you're gonna have to do it with your head held high and not be so weak in ego. This is not a safe space for a weak ego. So toughen up, my boy. All right, y'all, I'm gonna sit down and do a little bit of work, and I'll see y'all later when I get cute. Okay, let's see if these eggs are the color I'm hoping for. First egg is going in. Looks regular. We'll see, I guess, when we start beating them. But I can tell you, like, the shell feels so much thinner. I bet that means something. And there's no, oh no, I see a little bit. You know how there'll be like a little, sometimes like in the egg white, there'll be like a little blurry part. I don't even know how to describe it. Okay, these aren't as rich looking as I want them to look. This is not the color I'm looking for. So we're gonna have to go with another farm, period. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. I ain't wasting no time. I'm looking for a very rich orange color, because I think that's what eggs are supposed to look like. These are identical to the eggs I get from the grocery store. But the guy that I bought them from, it's his farm, and he was saying, like, these eggs will make you not want to shop at the grocery store anymore. So we'll see how they taste. But just color-wise, it's not the color I was looking for. A little disappointed, because I did spend 10 big ones. I love the sweet potatoes this week. Love them. They have been the perfect addition to my meals. I just love them, especially with like the feta on top. Delicious. Should I just use the rest of the feta? Okay. Eggs, sweet potato with the feta, and some chicken. Yum. All right, dolls, this is what I'm wearing for this 404-day event. This little dress, I think it's from Naked Wardrobe. Let me back you up some. Okay, so little mini dress is from Naked Wardrobe. Sale, of course. Bag, old Zara. Boots, Zari boot. I don't care nothing about wearing something back to back, bitch. If I love it, I'm wearing it. Threw on this headband because I just thought it was cute. I wish I had, like, I don't know, a different kind of headband, but whatever. It's cute. I like the monochromatic, like, headband matches the outfit. Love that look, so I'm cool. And yeah, like, it's all there. So yeah, I'm gonna just do what I can with what I got. And I will see you dolls when I get back. Praying for a safe and fun night. Praying that I'm not verbally accosted by any of these niggas that be watching my vlogs and not saying that they watch my vlogs. Yeah, just praying for a good night. And I'll see you girls when I get back home. See ya. ATL. Yeah. I didn't realize this was green. That just pissed me off. I thought this was black. I do not need another green hat. But anyway,
Yeah, girl. ATL ho. Like, let me show you something. You can never, ever, 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 ever get on my level. What? Get on my level. What? Get on my level. What? Yeah. That's what it was all night, girl. It was good until it was bad. And it was bad because the DJ. I mean, when I tell you a DJ can ruin a night. So the first DJ, amazing. Impeccable work. I mean, I could have kissed him. That's how good he was doing. Like, he was playing all the right stuff. Took us down memory lane. Like, he played Soulja Boy Shootout. Like, y'all know I was having a blast. We heard Crank That Batman. Like, I love that. Yes, this is a proper 404 day. Then they brought out the main DJ, the DJ that was gonna be like doing the whole night. This nigga plays Cardi B's song Where Lotto's on the remix. And then let me tell y'all, one of my biggest pet peeves with a DJ is when they play the entire song. That's one thing I can say about the first DJ. He would give us like that first little moment, boom, to the next song. You know, like mix in a little bit, like give us a little taste, like look what I'm about to do, boom, to the next song. Like, that's DJing. Yes, like keep us on our toes, like we don't know what's coming. This nigga would press play on the song and then smoke a cigarette. Like, oh my God, girl, you are horrible. So you know what I was doing? Boo, boo, boo. That's me, or like this. Hating it. And he did see me when I was doing this. Boo. And good, you need to see it, because you are a mess, girl. This don't even make any sense what you're doing up there. Like, truly. Oh Lord. It started pouring raining as soon as we got in. Like 10 minutes into being at the function, it was pouring raining outside. I was shocked. Timing was on our side, because if I got caught in that rain like that, oh yeah, night over. Okay, night over. I'm going home. But yeah, when it was good, it was good. Me and my friends were talking and we were just saying that, like, also I haven't even checked what I look like. I just walked right in and turned this bitch on. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, excuse me a second. Like, obviously, it is what it is, bitch. I really don't give a damn. Okay, curls didn't hold up for shit, so that's telling me something. That is really telling me something. Why did I cut my hair? What I was about to say? Oh yeah, so boom. I should have took another one of these because these are so cute. Look how cute this is. I love that. So, I was telling my friends, like, going out is also like a sociology experiment, because there are so many interesting interactions that you will have as a woman with these men that don't know what the fuck to say. And also, the men aren't the only ones who are strange. The women also have to be a little bit strange, because I was watching the women interact with the men, and like great people watching going out. And these lines that the guys had were working. Like, they were entertaining them. They were like, I'm just like, oh no, ladies, we've got to stay in position. We cannot let these niggas think that these lines gain entry. Oh no. I'll give you an example. This was an older guy, bald, sweating, big. I bring all that up because his stature matters, okay? So when I say big, I mean like in height. He was also a bigger guy, but I mean more so like in height. Like, he's towering over a lot of people. He was given like security guard, off-duty security guard. So I watched him go up to this one girl. She had a fan and he bent down and like was like acting like he needed her to put the fan on him. And what'd she do? Turned it to him. No, girl. Me, I would have cut the fan off and put it back in my damn purse. Would have been right in my pocketbook. Nah, fan is closed. It's like, unless you think this nigga is cute, why entertain me? I'm no nonsense, sweetie. No nonsense. I'm very, very straight. No nonsense. Like, this is not a community van. Sweetie, back up and get out, you know? So, boom, I watched him do that. I saw him go up to another girl and he's like jumping from girl to girl doing this. I'm minding my own business. I'm enjoying myself. I am dancing, meeting my friends word for word. Boom, boom, boom. Like, just having a ball. Somebody taps my shoulder. First mistake, because I don't like being tapped. But taps my shoulder. It's Baldy. So let's pretend you're Baldy. He taps my shoulder. I go like this. And he's like, Yeah, no. All that you was just doing with everybody else, that don't work on me. I don't for nobody unless I know them. Why would I move to you doing this to me? There's nothing that you have to say to me that I need to move from where I'm at, stop what I'm doing so I can come over and hear whatever fuck shit you about to say. So I didn't move an inch. I did like this. What's up? He was like, mind you, he's about as far as y'all are from me right now, this camera, like literally 2 feet. All he have to do is move them big ass boots over to where I was standing to say whatever fuck shit he was gonna say. Instead of doing that, he's like, my friend had turned around too, and she had moved like a hip over, like just to see what was going on. Now he moves his foot and is like, this bitch was acting like the floor was lava, like he couldn't move his feet. So he moved his foot in my friend's direction. It was like, I was just trying to say, like, your friend, like, it looks like she, you know, it might be like gum or it's I heard gum and I'm like, gum? So I look, nothing there. So now I'm just like, see, this is why we can't let niggas think that these little lines and like little, what they think is funny ways to get to talk to us is allowed. They need to come better. And by better, I mean come normal. Instead of like finding a way to try to, so boom, you slithering snake. I said gum, so I do like this. He sees me look, now that the jig is up, he was like, cause see, so I turned my butt around like, I'm not trying to show you, girl, I'm trying to show my homegirl. And so my homegirl was like, oh, this? It was literally a piece of hair, a hair. That's how deep in my ass he was, that he saw a hair on my butt. So my friend takes the hair off, and so I'm like, okay, thank you. He was like, I'm not trying to talk to you. Like, I'm not trying to talk to you. Like, he did that. I said, girl, like, the hissy fits are starting to scare me. This is my second hissy fit this week from a nigga. It's not making any sense. You should not be having a hissy fit because I did not walk towards you when you did this. I don't have to do that. That is not a normal thing. Like, why do you think that I have to move when you say move, my brother? I don't know you. And another thing is that, like, you're not cute enough to be doing that. Like, we got to get back to the basics. I don't know what year things went awry and niggas started to acting fried in the head. But, like, there is a certain, like, you know, attractiveness bar that you have to be at to move certain ways. Period. So, you're not that. You have a very small head and a big old body. You look like a character off of Men in Black. You know that one part of Men in Black where he would shoot at the head and then the man's head would come off and then it would start to grow back? His looked like that, but it didn't grow all the way back. You know what I mean? There was somebody else like that. I think I was just talking about this. A celebrity, can't remember who, but somebody else got one of them small heads, big bodies. Anywho, so we got him. We got a man that came up to me. He was like this. Okay, you're me. No, like, because he looked like he had just gotten off work, like plaid button down, slacks, loafers, so he just looks out of place, like hair missing, and I think he might have had like a folder with him. It was just really out of place. And so he was like, I've been meaning to talk to you. The smell that came out of his mouth, you've got to go see somebody. You either have not touched a toothbrush in days or something's rotting in that mouth. One or the other. And there were a lot of hot mouths tonight. Unfortunately, I don't get anything from giving you all this news. I hate this. You know what I want to see when I walk in the room? Fine nigga after fine nigga after fine nigga. It wasn't one. Not one. I went out twice this weekend and not nan night did I see anything that I could be like, yeah, he's cute. Not nan. Not nan. And that's crazy. That's crazy and that's unfortunate. And I feel like I said it last night, but like the desire to go to the next function, to go to the after party is completely depleted when you know that it's probably just gonna be more of the same. A DJ who's playing whole songs and not really DJing and playing the wrong songs at that. And then men that are not cute and are corny and lame and they don't know how to talk. I don't mind having a conversation with a guy that I'm not attracted with if the conversation is good. But most of these guys that have talked, not most of these guys, all of the guys that have talked to me have not known how to actually have a conversation. They don't even know what to say. And it's like, if it's all that, maybe you just shouldn't bother me at all. You know, like, Because what are we doing? You know what I mean? Now I'm stopped having fun with my friends to hear you, you know, stutter around trying to figure out how to say a whole bunch of nothing. You know? It's just like, why waste my time and yours? You just stay that way and I'm gonna stay this away. Last night DJ was also weak. He was also weak. And again, it was like the main DJ. The first DJ, popping, phenomenal, great. The main DJ, why are you playing Afro beats and Caribbean music at a 404-day party? That doesn't make sense to me. That don't even make sense to me. I don't want to hear that at a 404-day party. Atlanta music only. Periante. It's a 404-day event. Like, that's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like playing Tupac at a Biggie party. Like, what's good? So, yeah. Hate to complain, but... Ooh, yeah. So... It's 2 a.m. I definitely have more juice in me. Like, I would have loved to have gone to an after party. But then when we were leaving, I hear all this ruckus. I look out the window. Why was a man getting jumped right in front of us? Right outside the car? Just jumped. I said, oh, wow, girl. And I hate seeing niggas fight. I hate it because it's too rough. It's too hard. Like, y'all are hurting each other, for real. Just knock it off. Plus... It's like, I'm glad that this happened. Not I'm glad that this happened, but like, you never know if niggas is packing that. And so it's like, it happened after the security checkpoint, which means nobody had a gun, which is great. Because if they did, somebody would have been shooting 1,000%. It was legit like 6 niggas jumping somebody. Like, it was a brawl. It was ugly. Ugly. Hated that. So I was like, ooh, maybe it's good that I'm going home. Because I can't imagine, like, if I was in that area trying to walk in and then all that happened, like, oh my God. Help! No help! You know what I mean? Where's Mr. Smallhead? Get me out of here. Yeah. Whew. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Start getting ready for bed. I think I might end the vlog right here too, girl. I think I want to spend tomorrow doing absolutely nothing. It's supposed to be raining. It's Easter Sunday. I think I'll just spend the day with me and Jesus, sweetie. So yeah. If I don't see you tomorrow, thank you, dolls, for watching the live. I need to go to bed. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you girls next week. Remember, next week's vlog is going to be uploaded exclusively on Patreon. So catch me there. Love you much.